There are 6 points only for you to put inside, and automatically you will see that your health returns, improves the energy, and you can avoid all the diseases. Are you sure that your refrigerator protects your health, or is it silently damaging it every day? This question that seems simple hides a truth that surprises many people, especially older adults, because not all vegetables are suitable for keep cold, and some, if refrigerated incorrectly, can completely lose their nutrients or even generate harmful toxins for health. According to a report from the Institute of Nutrition and Food Security of Spain, more than 40% of adults in the country have chronic inflammation problems. Nutritional deficiencies or digestive disorders, situations directly related to the practices of food conservation at home. Small details, such as storing garlic in the fridge, refrigerating tomatoes, or leaving green leaf vegetables at room temperature, are actually hidden causes for which millions of people, even if they eat clean, continue to get sick. But the good news is only with knowing what vegetables should go in the fridge and which ones you can't. Multiply the nutritional value of your meals. Improve your anti-inflammatory response, increase the absorption of essential vitamins, and strengthen your immune system naturally, especially after 60 years. In today's video, I, an expert in health with more than 10 years of experience, will show you 3 vegetables that should never be refrigerated and 3 that should remain cold, if you don't want to waste all your potential. However, it is important to clarify that the information I give you is only of an informative nature and does not replace medical treatment. Do not allow a small daily error to steal the opportunity to live with health, independence, and well-being in this golden stage of life. And if you want to receive more profound, clear knowledge and practical that you can apply from home, do not limit yourself only to subscribe to the channel. Click on the bell icon and select all notifications so that YouTube will notify you as soon as we publish new content. Do not leave it for later. Your body deserves to be taken care of correctly starting today. 1. Garlic. Have you ever heard that there is a food which is not only a common ingredient in the kitchen, but also a natural antibiotic capable of supporting the recovery of health from the deepest? Yes, we are talking about garlic, a true treasure that you should never keep in the refrigerator if you do not want to lose much of its medicinal value. According to studies by the Spanish Foundation for Fen Nutrition, allicin, the most powerful compound of garlic, it is the key behind its benefits to reduce inflammation, strengthen the immune system, and improve blood circulation. But the glycine is only formed when raw garlic is chopped or crushed. And above all, it should not be stored in cold and humid environments like the fridge, since low temperatures inhibit the enzyme that activates the glycine, haciendo que el ajo loses almost all its biological properties. A single fresh garlic clove of about 3 grams can generate between 2.5 and 4.5 milligrams of allicin, a sufficient amount to activate immunity, help reduce blood pressure and clean blood vessels if consumed on a daily basis. The ideal is to preserve the garlic in a fresh, dry place and with indirect natural light. A simple but very effective trick is to chop a clove of garlic and let it rest for 10 minutes before eating or cooking it, since that is the ideal time for the whole garlic to form. I recommend consuming 1 to 2 fresh cloves of garlic a day, mixed with 100 grams of cooked or crushed vegetables with a few drops of olive oil. It is easy to take and its effect is surprising, right? And now he thinks, there is a sweet and soft root that many people usually keep in the fridge to preserve it better. But are you sure that that is not ruining its most valuable nutrients? Could you be making a mistake without knowing it? Due boniato. Have you ever thought that storing the boniato in the fridge keeps it fresh for longer? I also believed it until I knew that the cold can be the silent enemy that destroys its essential nutrients and generates compounds. No, desired especially in people over 50 years old. According to the Spanish Foundation for Fen Nutrition, when the boniato is stored at low temperatures, its starch is decomposed into simple sugars, and over time, these sugars can turn into acrylamide when cooked at high temperatures, a potentially toxic compound related to damage to the nervous system and metabolic disorders. In 100 grams of fresh boniato without refrigeration, you can obtain up to 20 milligrams of vitamin C, 9,500 micrograms of beta-carotene, and 3 grams of soluble fiber, key nutrients for cell regeneration, antioxidant protection, and immune strengthening in older people. But if the goniat is stored in the fridge for more than 2 days, vitamin C can be reduced to 30%, the beta-carotene loses its structure, and the fiber no longer acts effectively. What a waste, right? The best way to preserve the boniato is in a dry place, ventilated with indirect natural light and away from the cold. If it is already peeled, it can be submerged in water with light salt, but only for 4 to 6 hours so as not to lose vitamins. A simple and effective recipe. Boil 100 grams of boniato for 10 minutes, crush it and mix with 1 tablespoon of Greek yogurt and a few drops of lemon juice. This snack not only helps digestion, but also stabilizes blood glucose and relaxes the nervous system before sleeping. And now think of a vegetable that we use almost daily in stews, salads, and soups. But if you keep it incorrectly, it can be accelerating its deterioration and losing its most valuable anti-inflammatory properties. ¿Estás cometiendo este error con la cebolla? Without realizing it. 3. Onion. Can you imagine that an action as simple as saving the onion in the refrigerator can make it lose its natural anti-inflammatory compounds and also deteriorate faster due to the mold and moisture? I have seen many older adults in Spain make this mistake without knowing that the onion needs to breathe in a dry and ventilated place and not remain cold in the refrigerator drawer. According to the Spanish Food and Nutrition Security Agency, when the onion is stored in the refrigerator, it absorbs moisture easily, which leads to softening, black molding, and notably reduced activity of quercetin, a very valuable flavonoid with great antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and beneficial for circulation, especially in people over 50 years old. A medium onion of about 150 grams can contain up to 25 milligrams of quercetin and 2 grams of soluble fiber that help clean blood vessels, improve digestion, and regulate blood pressure. But if you keep it incorrectly, like in a plastic bag closed inside the fridge, quercetin quickly loses its biological activity, and the onion is lost due to constant moisture changes. Ideally, it is stored in a place dry, fresh, and without direct sunlight, and if possible in a mesh bag or a basket with good ventilation. A little known trick: cut the onion and let it rest 10 minutes before cooking it. This way the enzymes that strengthen the quercetin and the beneficial sulfur compounds are better activated. And what about other fresh vegetables? A diferencia de las que deben mantenerse en lugares secos, it needs to be refrigerated properly to preserve its crunchy texture, green color, and nutritional value for longer. Have you ever done it right? 4. Lettuce. You have noticed that although lettuce seems delicate and easily wilted, it is actually one of the most important vegetables for intestinal and cardiovascular health in older adults. But there is something that lettuce should know is extremely sensitive to humidity and temperature, and if it is not well preserved in the refrigerator, it can lose up to half of its nutrients in just 24 hours. According to the Spanish Nutrition Foundation, FEN, the lettuce is rich in folate, vitamin K, and beta-carotene, all fundamental to prevent anemia, improve circulation, and help regenerate tissues in people over 50 years old. An average lettuce leaf of 20 grams can provide up to 18 micrograms of vitamin K and 38 micrograms of folate. While beta-carotene helps slow down cellular aging, combat inflammation and repair damaged tissues. However, if exposed to the air for too long, chlorophyll degrades the leaves, turns yellow, and loses its antioxidant capacity. That's why it's best to wrap the lettuce in dry absorbent paper, store it in an airtight container in the lower part of the refrigerator. That keeps the humidity, adjusts and prolongs its freshness up to 5 days. A little shared trick: soak the lettuce in cold water for 5 minutes before consuming it, increases its crunchy texture, activates the natural digestive enzymes, and improves the enjoyment in food. I suggest you combine 80 grams of lettuce with half a boiled egg and a little extra virgin olive oil. A simple dish that helps purify the organism to relieve the liver and improve cardiovascular health in a smooth but sustained way. And what about a naturally sweet and rich in antioxidants crunchy root? In this case, keeping it in the refrigerator is the best way to preserve all its flavor and nutrients. You are taking advantage of that benefit every day. 5. Carrot. Have you realized that the carrot, that sweet and so common root in all kitchens, can actually be a secret weapon to regenerate tissues and improve vision in a completely natural way for people over 50 years? Is one of those foods that should be present frequently in the diet thanks to its impressive content of beta-carotene, vitamin A, and antioxidants. According to data from the Spanish Foundation for Fem Nutrition, in 100 grams of fresh carrot, you can get around 8,300 micrograms of beta-carotene, which is equivalent to 138% of the recommended daily dose of vitamin A for an adult. A really surprising figure. Vitamin A is essential to keep mucous membranes healthy, regenerate damaged tissues, and strengthen the immune system, especially in older people, in whom cell regeneration is slower. In addition, carrots contain lutein and zeaxanthin, two key compounds for eye health that help prevent cataract and macular degeneration associated with age. To preserve all these nutrients, the carrot must be stored in the refrigerator, wrapped in a paper bag or a damp cloth clean to avoid to dry. Do not wash it before storing it, as the moisture can accelerate its decomposition. A little trick to steam is better than boiling. Cooking in steam preserves up to 90% of the beta-carotene, while boiling it can make it lose up to 40%. You can cook 100 grams of carrots in steam and mix them with a tablespoon of extra virgin flax or olive oil. Thus, beta-carotene becomes more efficiently vitamin A inside the body. A delicious way to renew your skin and your vision from within. 6. Broccoli. Did you know that broccoli is one of the most recommended vegetables by nutritionists around the world for its ability to detoxify the body and regenerate damaged cells in a powerful way? What impresses me the most about this vegetable is its high content of sulforaphane, a vegetable compound that activates detoxifying enzymes in the liver, reduces inflammation, and even can help prevent damage to the DNA. According to the Spanish Health Organization, only 100 grams of fresh broccoli provide more than 73 milligrams of vitamin C, 89 mg of folate, and 30 milligrams of calcium. A nutritional combination essential for adults over 50 years old who want to recover their health and strengthen their immune system. However, not everyone knows that broccoli is very sensitive to heat and cooking time. If it boils for a long time or is cooked at high temperature, the sulforaphane can be lost up to 60%. That's why the ideal thing is to steam it for 3 to 4 minutes or sauté quickly with a little olive oil without covering and without adding much water. A little known but very useful trick is to cut the broccoli into pieces and let it rest for 10 minutes before cooking. This activates the myrosinase enzyme that enhances the formation of sulforaphane more efficiently. You should store the broccoli in a paper bag or mesh in the refrigerator's vegetable drawer and consume it in 3 to 4 days to preserve its freshness and antioxidant power. And if you need a simple, tasty, and super nutritious recipe, test 100 grams of broccoli in steam mixed with half a teaspoon of sesame oil, some minced garlic slices, and a little toasted sesame. It is a dish that is not only delicious, but it will also make you feel a positive change in your body if you include it regularly in your diet. Incredible that such a small vegetable can offer so much, right? If this video has given you useful information, don't forget to like it to support the channel, leave a comment with your impressions or any question that interests you. And most importantly, click on the subscribe button, click the bell icon, and select all notifications so you don't miss any quality content that we share next. Dear friend, there are errors that seem harmless, but that can actually be damaging your health silently every day. And one of them is to conserve the vegetables badly. After 50 years, the digestive immune system and the ability to absorb begin to weaken, so that each nutrient that enters your body becomes much more valuable. If by a simple habit you lose essential vitamins for life, the consequences could be irreversible. Don't wait for your health to deteriorate, for your bones to hurt, your memory to fail, or for your energy to decrease to start taking care of the details of your diet. From keeping the vegetables properly, choosing the right foods, to preserving their nutritional value. That is the key to live more, live better, and live independently. Something you can achieve if you act from today. Share this video with people you love, especially those in middle age or in the third age. A little gesture from you can be the beginning of a great change in their lives. Thanks for watching this video. See you next time.